I have been waiting to make this video for far too long. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. I've been making YouTube videos on this channel for 3 years. 2 of those years, I've been making videos on this YouTube channel every single day but Sunday religiously. And for the first time in the 3 seasons that I've covered this Red Sox team, I get to tell you guys the Boston Red Sox are headed to the postseason. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Last night, the Red Sox clinched their postseason spot. Honestly, I don't even know what to do. Like, I genuinely have no idea how to act because I've never had to cover a Red Sox team in a playoff berth. Don't get me wrong. I'm unbelievably excited about it, but I'm like Ricky Bobby in that scene from Talladega Nights where he's like, what do I do with my hands? I don't know what to do with this video. The only thing I'm upset about right now is that I'm not in the studio to really sort of do this for you guys. I'm currently dog sitting. I was going to wait to get back to the studio to make it, but I mean, the game just ended like 30 minutes ago. That's how psyched I am. I had to get on here. I had to share with you guys because it was my absolute first thought. So I suppose we should start by going over the actual game itself, right? I feel like that would be a good place to start. Corbin, let's talk about that because it was exactly the way this 2025 Red Sox team was always going to get in the postseason, right? They were going to stress you out 99% of the way, and then that last 1%, they were finally going to come through, and you were going to be able to celebrate them, and that's entirely what this 2025 Red Sox team was, wasn't it? I mean, you start this game off, they had Kyle Harrison going against the Detroit Tigers, and he really didn't look all that sharp. He ends up going 3 innings, allows 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, but did have 7 strikeouts. We knew it was going to be a tough matchup for Kyle Harrison. The Detroit Tigers are the second best left-handed pitching hitting team in the entire sport. Kyle Harrison has been a little bit off this entire year. AAA as he was getting up to the major league level, right? You knew the Red Sox were going to have to score runs. Problem was, for a large portion of the game here, the Boston Red Sox couldn't do that. Casey Mize was absolutely cruising through 6 innings. They scored just 1 run in the first 6 innings, and it was Alex Bregman hitting a double, and then Masataka Yoshida, who, by the way, we got to have a conversation about Masa, man. This guy just absolutely, he saw my video and went, no, this guy cannot be right about me, and has come alive in these last few games. A big reason why we're making the video we're making today. Buddy was 3 for 4 in last night's game, but before the 6th inning, that was kind of it, right? And you were sitting there going, oh my God, this Red Sox offense is doing what this Red Sox offense has done periodically throughout the season, which is just disappear for a period of time, right? They disappeared last night or 2 nights ago against the Toronto Blue Jays. For 6 innings last night, they just couldn't get the job done. All of a sudden, a little bit of panic starts to kick in, but then the Red Sox started to fight back. But before we break that down, a quick word from today's sponsor. The weather is getting colder, the leaves are starting to change here, and for baseball fans, that means stressful games are coming, right? But for sports fans in general, it's a fantastic time of year. The football season is back, and the next great touchdown is coming. Now you can bet on it. That's why, for the entire month of September, we are partnering with the DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, on DraftKings, new users bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, on top of getting $200 off YouTube and YouTube TV's Sunday NFL ticket. That is one heck of an offer, and to take advantage of this offer, go head over to DraftKings.com/RedSeat or use code REDSEAT to sign up today. With their user-friendly app, you can take your Sundays to the next level. Thank you very much to DraftKings for sponsoring this episode. Please don't forget to gamble responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Let's get back to the video. I mean, you think about it. What's sort of the hallmark of the Red Sox? It is very simply their fight, right? I mean, think about this season. Going back through the entire thing, spring training, you were sitting there and you're like, oh my God, this is the best put together Red Sox team we've had in years. And there's Devers drama. Then Cutter Crawford isn't going to start opening day. Then Lucas Giolito isn't going to start opening day. Then you get through the first month and you're like, okay, this Christian Campbell kid's pretty good. Rafi doesn't look like himself. That's a big problem. But Bregman's an unbelievable addition. Then all of a sudden that flips on its head. Christian Campbell's terrible. Trevor Story's terrible. I mean, you trade away Rafael Devers. Alex Bregman's hurt for an extended period of time. You do basically nothing at the trade deadline. You have Roman Anthony come up, absolutely explode. Then he gets hurt. Marcelo Meyer gets hurt, right? You go through like 100 different pitchers this season. All this team has done this year is fight. And that's why, to me, last night's game was so poetic, because once they get past the 6th inning, they start to get a little bit to Casey Mize. There are a couple of singles. The Detroit Tigers say, hey man, we're not taking any chances, we're taking you out of the game. Nate Lowe hits a sacrifice fly. They can't get anything else out of that, but it's all of a sudden 3-2. Now the Red Sox are cooking with gas a little bit. They come in to the 8th inning. Then Carlos Narvaez hits a single, and Nate Eaton comes in. He seals a bag. The throw's bad. All of a sudden, he's on third base. Jarren Duran, who's been a catalyst for this Red Sox team all year, unbelievably inconsistent this season, absolutely. But when he has been on top of his things, he has been a catalyst for this Red Sox team. And of course, he's the one who hits the single to tie this game up, which sets up not only Aroldis Chapman for the 9th inning, which, by the way, we got to talk about the bullpen for a second, right? Because the bullpen, huge in this game, but a huge reason why the Red Sox are where they are. I mean, there were times this season, there were guys this season for sure. Jordan Hicks comes to mind. But overall, the Red Sox bullpen has been their biggest strength. And in last night's game, Alex Cora managed that bullpen perfectly. He used literally everybody. He did matchups, and every single one of them delivered to their job. In 6 innings, the Red Sox bullpen allowed just 3 hits, 0 earned runs, and kept the game exactly where it is. The Red Sox are nowhere near the position that they're in today without that bullpen out there, so I have to shout those guys out. But obviously, this was always going to come down to Aroldis Chapman, right? Who comes in, leadoff double, all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, like, Chapman, no way, this is a guy that blows it. He doesn't. He gets all the outs he needs to get, and we set up the 9th inning, which of course ends in one of the biggest moments we've seen from the Red Sox in probably recent memory, at least since 2021. Ceddanne Rafaela, he's been entirely bipolar this year. Well, actually, I shouldn't say entirely. His defense, no matter what, is going to be some of the best defense in baseball, right? It's probably easily the best defense in the AL. It's probably close to, if not one of the best in the entire sport, right? You always know that guy's going to be good defensively. Offensively, he's been a little bit of a different story, where he's been really all over the place this year, right? He's been one of the best hitters in baseball. He's been one of the worst hitters in baseball. But one thing Ceddanne, no matter what he's doing at the dish, does incredibly well is he shows up in big moments, right? He's able to find himself in those spots, and sometimes he delivers, sometimes he doesn't, but it feels like more often than not, in those big spots, Ceddanne's able to find himself a hit, right? He had one of the biggest moments of the year earlier in this season with a walk-off home run against Ryan Yarbrough. Well, Romy Gonzalez, another huge reason why the Red Sox were able to get to the position they're in, was able to dump a single into the outfield in the 9th inning, and that brought up Ceddanne Rafaela, who did what he does, and that is absolutely smoke a baseball to dead center field, giving the Red Sox their 6th win in those green jerseys, and every single one of them is a walk-off. When I say this was literally the most poetic way for the Red Sox to get in the postseason, I'm not kidding, right? You look at, all of these factors combined, it genuinely is unbelievable, but there were some absolutely fantastic moments here. Ceddanne, for all the ups and downs that he had, to be the guy that did that, I think was an unbelievably cool moment, and we got to talk about him a little bit, right? Because now we got to talk about what situations do you want guys in a postseason, right? There's not a crazy amount of guys on this team right now where I'm saying bottom of the 9th, I want that guy up there. Right now, I think it is Ceddanne Rafaela, right? He may go 0 for 4 with 4 ugly strikeouts all the way up until that 9th inning, but getting into that 9th inning, I think I'm sitting there saying his mentality changed a little bit. He just feels like one of those guys who's built for this big moment, who feels like one of these guys who just knows when to turn it on, and last night he turned it on in the most important moment of his career and the Red Sox season. So what does this all mean? Well, besides the fact that we could finally breathe, we got to a point in this game where the Red Sox offense still wasn't doing anything, and I was sitting there starting to panic a little bit, right? Alex Cora was just burning through literally every single one of your high leverage relievers, right? He used everybody, and every time an arm kept coming out and the Red Sox still couldn't score, I kept saying, oh my God, if they lose this game, I don't know how they are going to be able to navigate these next 2 games, right? You just need 1 win, but it's going to get a whole lot more difficult if all of your bullpen arms were burned in that first game, right? So you can finally go, just breathe a little bit, right? We've been on edge for weeks now. We've been on edge for months now. So it feels really, really good to finally sit here and be able to say comfortably, it does not matter what happens these last 2 games. The Red Sox are going to be playing October baseball. Now, On top of that, this win also puts them 2 wins above the Detroit Tigers, 2 wins above the Cleveland Guardians, and obviously totally eliminates them for even thinking about the Houston Astros. Now, in order for the Red Sox to play either the Yankees or the Blue Jays in this wild card game that they're going to be playing in, they're going to have to win this series. If they don't, what most likely is going to end up happening is they're going to be either facing the Cleveland Guardians or the Detroit Tigers. Now, personally, I think the easier path for the Red Sox would be to go in and face the Detroit Tigers or the Cleveland Guardians. I think both those teams are just a tiny bit more flawed overall roster-wise than either the Yankees or the Blue Jays. But to be honest with you, I think that's a conversation for Monday, right? It just feels so goddamn good, ladies and gentlemen, to sit here, look you guys in the eyes, and say, I don't care. Right, because at the end of the day, they are still going to be playing October baseball, right? It doesn't matter if it's the Yankees, Blue Jays, Guardians, or Tigers on Tuesday next week, or this Tuesday, I should say. The Red Sox will be playing playoff baseball. And I gotta just give me a second here to get a little sentimental, okay? I said at the beginning, it's been 3 years on this YouTube channel. You guys have watched me with Xander Bogaerts leaving, with Rafael Devers being traded, through 2 years of the Red Sox not spending any money, through 2 separate GMs. You guys have watched live streams when the Red Sox have been eliminated from playoff contention for weeks. You guys have supported me through literal miserable Red Sox baseball, and here we are. I cannot thank you guys enough. It's moments like this that make it feel all that worth it, doesn't it? All that suffering that we went through this year, all the things that went wrong this season, the thousands of times where we sat here and we said, I don't know if the Boston Red Sox have it. I don't know if they have the talent. I don't know if they have the mojo, the hitting, the pitching, the coaching, right? How many times did we say that this year? We made like 4 different videos on guys that we thought we should not be on this team anymore. And yet here we are. Here this channel is making its first ever postseason video. Here the Red Sox are in their first postseason in 4 years. And I'm on cloud 9. I am on cloud 9. This is the happiest I've been on this channel, maybe ever. But I can't thank you guys enough for being along the ride. Whatever happens in this postseason, what it looks like is the Red Sox have such a bright future ahead of them. And I can't wait to share every single moment with you guys. But I'm having the time of my life. I hope you guys are too. I hope this video wasn't too all over the place. I tried to write it out a little bit, but you know me. I'm a pretty emotional guy, and this is the most emotional moment of the season. So let me know in the comment section down below, what'd you think? What do you think of the Red Sox clinching? How do you feel about them going into the postseason? What do you think is going to happen over the next couple of days? What are your immediate reactions to the Red Sox walking it off? Do you think it's as poetic as I do? Just let me know all your thoughts. I don't know. Tell me about the weather yesterday. Just tell me everything, man. I want to hear from you guys. Let's share this moment together in the comments down below. As always, if you made it to the end of this video, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that subscribe. You know what? You guys know the deal, right? Sub, like this video. Helps it out a lot. Thank you all very much for everything over these last 3 years and for clicking on this one. And I will see you in the postseason and in the red seats. Live streams on this channel. I'm literally shaking right now. Live streams on this channel. We've been doing shotguns for every win. I couldn't be live tonight, but the Red Sox are in the postseason, so I don't know if we can, but we're going to chug our last beer of the 2025 season before the postseason. It's been a long time coming, ladies and gentlemen, but the Sox are in the playoffs.